Hello everyone, this is Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Discworld. Now, you'll recall that when we left off, I promised that we would start off with the Shades, because now, having learned that the thief is hiding out there, we now have a very good reason to go there. Now, Act 1, we didn't have a good reason, so Rincewind refused to go to this very dangerous part of town, but now, as you can see, we can easily walk in here. Now, we are going into the Shades during the day, which is not quite as dangerous as being there at night. In fact, I've been talking about some of the Discworld songs while we've been playing, and there is a very good song on the album from the Discworld called The Shades Make Morepork. Now, this gentleman we've not seen before, and you'll note that he is a mason.
This really doesn't seem the best place to conduct masonry repairs.
Now, there is a bit of a... you have to know a bit about esoteric knowledge for this to make sense and for what we have to do with this gentleman to work out. But what we have to do is learn the secret handshake from the urchin, because, of course, masons have a secret handshake. And in order to get the handshake, we have to prove that we're a man. We will start accomplishing that here in the Shades. But first, let's speak to the mason. Just get the comedy out of the way. Now, I note this gentleman is having trouble with his pants falling down, which is another little bit of a hint as to what we're going to do with him.
Nice trowel.
What trowel? I don't own any trowels.
Yes, you do. You were using one just then.
Liar!
I saw you.
Look, if I had a trowel, which is not to in any way imply that I actually do, it would be a tool of trade now, wouldn't it? I couldn't just let anybody mess around with it.
What if that someone weren't just anybody, but someone pretty special in an unusual or useful kind of way?
What? Like a colleague?
Oh, actually, I was thinking of a wizard.
Really? Well, it would still have to be a pretty special kind of wizard.
Well, I am a special kind of wizard. Special ed kind.
Is there much call for it round here, then?
Eh?
Walls.
There's a fair few of them about. You'd be surprised.
Yes, but the fourth wall around here gets broken continually. Maybe that's how he keeps working.
Is it a worthwhile job?
Well, yes. If there was more pay and less breeze.
Breeze?
Right up the old dairy air, friend. Me drawers have worn through.
Well, that's got nothing to do with being a poorly paid mason, has it?
If the pay was better, I could afford new underwear.
And finally, the sarcastic option.
Give us the trowel, then!
No.
Well, so much for that.
Don't get horribly burned to death by any monsters or anything.
That was about as useful as I'd hoped. Not very. But we will continue exploring this dark, dingy part of town. You'll notice, if this looks familiar, this is the place in the opening where we saw that poor drunk getting burned to death. And it looks like there's somebody snoring here.
Aha! A characteristic hovel. How colourful.
Now, we don't have an obvious pathway there, except we do have a ladder. But if we try putting it down here, you'll note that the snoring noise has stopped.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
And that Rincewind cannot, in fact... Well, actually, can't go across because, well, we've woken the thief up. That is, in fact, the thieves' hideout. So in order to get in there, we're going to need to pad the ladder somehow. And back here, well, cat house.
What's this then? House of negotiable affection? Isn't that nice?
Okay, it's a cat house. Where's the dog house? I've always been told that I'd wind up there someday.
Eep! Ah, yes. Now, don't tell me. She must be some sort of colourful local hostess. All right, 2 colourful local hostesses.
Yeah, I'd call this place a house of ill repute, but everybody I know who's been there has spoken so well of it. And of course, you can see a red light in the distance.
Great Offler's milk teeth! It's a den of iniquity!
And this is actually another little bit of a sign of the unusual nature of Ankh-Morpork and how the patrician, he legitimized, at least as much as anything in Ankh-Morpork government can be legitimate, he legitimized the guilds that had a negative reputation. We've already seen how the Thieves Guild have been made into organized crime, because the patrician reasoned if I must have crime, and you can never really avoid crime running a city, it should at least be organized crime. And also made the Assassins a respectable guild. Well, the Ladies of Negotiable Affection underwent a similar transformation. They became known as the Seamstress Guild. Why the Seamstress Guild? Because anytime anybody looked at them, they could go, "Oh, there's a seamstress! Him, 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 him!" Yeah, the joke works somewhat better in print, but yes, the Ladies of Negotiable Affection, as they are legitimately known. Of course, we'll note that they were sleeping because, well, it is the day, and they tend to be night people. So if we're going to do anything with them, we're going to have to go back a bit. But luckily we have this handy portal back to last night. And I can hit the handy escape key to cut through this sequence a bit. And now we can actually enter the Shades at night. But first we do have one quick detour to make, because I forgot to do this last time. We wandered this way. Because it's not enough to walk down to the cat house and just say, "Oh yes, I wish to partake of your wares." We also have to have an invitation. And of course, where do we look for an invitation to talk to ladies of ill repute or negotiable affection? But on the bathroom wall, or in this case, the privy door. What's this then? Prove that you're a man. See Sally at the House of Negotiable Affection and ask for a special. You know, the tone of this game is really going downhill. Town, not game. And it started at the bottom in the first place. I'm not sure why we had that misfire on the audio there, but now we can actually go there and specifically ask for Big Sally and the special to prove that we are a man. And boy, do we need proof of that, because, you know, I'm stumbling around in a dress. The shades don't get much darker at night, hence the name. And of course, because that one gentleman has not died yet, there is not a burnt place for the mason to repair here at night. And around the corner, death is not waiting for us, oddly enough. And of course, let's...
Red. A red light. I wonder if it's to keep the moths away.
You know, it'd be so funny if one of these girls was named Roxanne, but I'm dating myself with that reference. And again, it's not like anybody else is dating me.
Do you know where I might find Big Sally?
Not me.
But you're,
Big-hearted, basically decent woman trying to do the best she can in an oppressively patriarchal, chauvinist, male-dominated society that abstracts female advancement at every turn?
I knew you were one of those as soon as I saw you. Oh, yes. You're one of those. It's a fantasy tradition. You're supposed to wander the streets bent double under the weight of your heart of gold and keeping your ear to the ground to pick up information. Then blokes like me can come along and you pass along the gossip.
I hate to think what had happened to anyone in this town who hang around with their ear to the ground. You want a street starfish, mister?
It's a fair point, actually.
Ah, yes. Now, don't tell me. She must be some sort of colourful local hostess. I wonder if you can help me. I'm trying to find someone special.
Well, I'm special. I've got a heart of gold.
Really? What exactly is it you ladies, do?
Oh, you know, sing songs, make exquisite cups of tea, generally listen to men talk. walk up and down their spines in wooden shoes, act decorous at all times, just like them foreign ladies on the counterweight continent.
Geishas.
Oh, I'm not surprised you got a cold. Running around in a dress like that.
It's just that I thought that you,
Oh, you did you? Superficial judgments based on preconceived stereotypes, eh? Just because we're independent ladies making our own way in the world. And you standing there with a dress on, too.
That was John Pertwee doing the voice of that Lady of Negotiable Affection. Quite a talented voice actor. And I guess by process of elimination, that must be Big Sally.
I was told this might be Big Sally's address.
Can't imagine why that'd interest you, big boy. Big boy. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
What? Well, why?
Well, you are wearing a dress.
Look, it's not a dress, it's a wizard's robe.
It looks like a dress.
Well, it isn't. It's the costume of a very ancient and revered order of aesthetes.
You run a lot, do you?
You'd be amazed.
Mind you, that's not surprising, going round this town wearing a dress.
Madam, I don't like your inference. As a wizard, I am chaste.
Walking round in a dress, I'm not surprised. If I was you, I'd hate to be caught.
Can you at least tell me where to find Big Sally?
Oh, sure, big boy. Big boy, cracks me up.
Well?
Well, what?
Where is she?
Oh, I'm Big Sally. You should have said.
I've been told to come and ask you for one of your specials.
A special?
Yeah, that's right. And don't think I'm looking forward to it.
All right, you go and get the milk, the egg and the flour, and I'll go and look for a really big bowl.
Why is it I feel somewhat puzzled about that reply?
Milk, egg, and a bowl. Actually, she is the bowl. Let's see. Well, hey, I do have an egg. Well, that's a way to mix it. Let's see, and I do have a bag of corn flour. I think the Bakers Guild probably frowns upon this method of doing what she's doing. And then the coconut, well, we do have a coconut from the edge of the world. There could be some milk in there. But how to get at it? Well, it's not quite a coconut drill, but in a pinch, a screwdriver makes a handy knife.
Now look, I don't know about this. What is that?
It's a bowl of custard. Didn't you like it?
A bowl of custard? That's your special, making custard?
Why not? I can't imagine what assumptions you've been making. I'm a woman of many parts. My old granny used to say that good kissing only lasts 5 minutes, but good cookery lasts for years. Many's the man who slips in here for a bowl of custard he can't get at home. Will you stop smirking like that?
Hey, it's great. Good grief. My word. Better than my granny's.
And now I'm going to have a bath. It's messy work making good custard.
The best thing about being a wizard is that you're not allowed any, but you can have as much custard as you like.
Yeah, as far as wine, women, and song go, wizards are allowed to drink and croon as much as they want. But we now have a pair of ladies' bloomers.
These are either patent elephant cozies or a pair of bloomers. I've forgotten which.
Yeah, it turns out that the way to prove your manhood is exactly the same as the method employed in Pretty in Pink. But you know what? That's fine, because now I have made a man out of me, and without having to endure a musical number. If any of you feel the urge to sing that Disney song, feel free. I'll be silent for the next few moments as we get back to the present, and you can do it. I won't, because I can't really remember any of it apart from the chorus. Alright, you got that out of your system? Good. I think that was probably the last trip that we needed to make to the past. So hopefully we'll be able to get the rest of the golden items in short order. Because 2 of them are actually in the shades, but before we can get that, we do need to go get ourselves a secret handshake. And move past the dead geezers. Well, one dead geezer. And he's probably just pining for the fjords, and I did not mean to duck in there.
Will you
Okay, I will shut up and sit down, but only so that I can get out of here all the faster. Thank you. Alright. Come on, luggage. Stroll on over here. Thank you.
I'm alive! Now what's this handshake then?
It's easy. You do this, then this, then this.
So try it on the old bullocks. So I have now netted myself a brassiere.
A heavily padded bra.
Well, who'd have thought?
Ah, a genuine muffled ladder.
Alright. Now thankfully I don't need to wait for the luggage because I have the handshake in my inventory. I just use it on him and
Hey, just what I wanted.
so yes, I have stolen his trowel in that
A
process.
golden trowel.
And he has stolen my underwear.
Small bloomers. About my size, actually. Sort of soft and silky. What a strangely liberating thought.
I wonder. Can I,
That doesn't work.
Okay, apparently not. They will not let me start cross-dressing. Well, any more than I already am. And we'll take a quick little trip back around the corner. And now that we have a padded ladder, or will as soon as the luggage gets back in range, we should be able to use this. Yes, it landed and he's still snoring, so we can
That doesn't work.
quietly move across. No, I want to walk across Rincewind, not take it back. There we go. Now, here we are.
Well, at least someone's getting some kit round here.
Now that we have a golden little...
A golden skeleton key.
Well, I'll try and take that, but he rolls over. Luckily, we've got just the thing for getting him to shift because his feet are exposed. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. And now we can try and...
No, I can't seem to...
Okay, we can't use the feather on the key. Or pick it up while we're holding the feather. But we now have...
A golden skeleton key.
We now have the golden skeleton key. That leaves us with just one more item to worry about. And we'll take the ladder with us. Not leave any evidence at the scene of the crime. I should be able to get the last item fairly easily. Because this is one puzzle coming up is one that does require a little bit of knowledge of the books. And we head to the alleyway. We need to get up on the rooftops, but before I get there, I am going to need to take one item with me, since the luggage will not go up on the rooftops. Well, I won't put that in my inventory, but it just occurred to me there's actually one more item I should get before I head up there. And I can't believe I forgot this earlier, but it is an easy thing to overlook when you go to the gates. That there are these crates that the guards are sitting on or standing by.
What's this then? Danger? Explosives?
And yet they will do nothing to stop me from taking the high-power explosives.
It's a highly dangerous yet strangely attractive gunpowder keg.
So I now have a keg.
Fireworks? These I just must get at.
And fireworks. So now that I have many high-powered explosives, and a Hogfather doll in my pocket, and head back to the alleyway. And you'd think carrying explosives around here would be a bad idea, but there is method to my madness, as usual. I'll go ahead and skip the animation here, because what we need to do.
Chimneys. Ah, the march of technology is a fine thing.
We take a look at this chimney here, and we take our Hogfather doll here. And since Hogfather is basically the Discworld equivalent of Santa, what do we do with a rather sizable doll? Why, we stuff it in the chimney. And why do we do that? Well, now we clog the chimney, and the alchemist downstairs is now rushing to leave his domicile. And the chimney sweep here is, of course, the last member of the Brotherhood. And I would talk to him, but he's got nothing that we want to hear or say. So, back to the steps we go downstairs. And skipping the animation here as well. Now, with the alchemist gone, we can start booby-trapping this place. So we've got a powder keg here that we'll set up in the fireplace.
Need a light?
Oh, no, thanks. I've already got one.
This all takes some effort, you know. I'm putting myself out just for you, when there are thousands of other things I could be doing. Do I see any gratitude? I don't think so.
Just stop following me, will you?
I hope you realize I'm working my fingers to the bone.
Eh. No sympathy for death. And we'll need a fuse. Luckily, we've got the string here.
That doesn't work.
Okay, yes, I have to put it right on the keg. And when someone starts crawling around trying to create a very, very lengthy fuse, because we want to make sure that we are using the long fuse and not the quick fuse. Give yourself a round of applause if you got the reference to the original producers there. And now that we have a fuse, we will light the fuse. And because the diligent chimney sweep will no doubt notice the smoke and go to see what is wrong with that particular chimney. Now the timing on this is extraordinary, but it will take just long enough that just as the chimney sweep is looking down, and luggage will catch the broom. And the ground will catch the sweep. Is up.
A golden-handled chimney brush. Got you, you brush-wielding, chimney-cleaning git.
Such harshness in Rinceland's language that time. But you know what? It's the last one of the Brotherhood. I think he can be forgiven for being a little excited. So, now we go back to the barn. And we will finally be free of this dragon and this whole silly quest, and we can go back to our room and start sleeping away the rest of the game. And if you believe that, I've got a bridge I'd like to sell you. So let us give him the brush first.
Excellent. You're doing quite well for a soft skin.
Thanks. Well,
Okay, and the skeleton key. And finally, the golden trowel.
Ah, now I have them. Finally, I am free.
good. Well, you'll be off now, I suppose. You know, back home to the old dimension. Home comforts, put your tail up and relax.
Never. Now it is time to wreak my revenge upon this miserable world. First, I shall deal with the members of the Brotherhood, and then I shall come back for you.
Me? But I wasn't even a part of it.
You were there.
Yes, but...
Don't make any plans for the evening.
Now, this does bring up the interesting question of why the ritual worked when Rincewind does not have a golden item with which to make the ritual work, but we don't have time to worry about that. Because even though the game will not kill us, it will still make it clear that we do have kind of a time limit on this. And there's nothing that really changes between then and now, except for one thing. Nanny Ogg has now gotten her permit.
This has to be the mangiest magic carpet I've
She
ever
has
seen.
gotten her permit for a magic shop with a mangy carpet.
Oh dear, it's Nanny Ogg. Now let's try to keep quite calm about this, shall we?
Alright.
Nice day for selling your wares. I mean your produce.
Times are not so great, though. The bottom has fallen out of the magic balm and lotion market. Everybody wants those new age fangled thingamies, you know, crystals and the like. I don't know what's happened to the world. Where have all the old values gone?
What sad and treacherous times are these that a witch cannot sell her goods?
How's the cutest witch in town today?
Go on, you're pulling my leg, love, so you are.
How could you tell?
Then again, there's no harm in hoping, is there? Ooh, give us a kiss, love. Just a little one.
Eek. Oh, no thanks, I'll pass.
But while she's distracted,
That doesn't... That
well,
doesn't...
I'll have to try that again. Because while she's distracted,
How's the
I
cutest
can actually
witch in-
grab...
Go.
How could you tell?
Her
Then
carpet.
again, there's no... Ooh, give us...
And I don't mean that euphemistically, I mean we can actually take...
That doesn't... That... So, you finally got your vending permit.
Sure did, dearie. Wound that old patrician round my little what's-her-name, so I did.
What interesting and magical items do you have for the weary adventurer?
Well, how about this magic carpet? Low mileage, only one owner. A little old lady who took it out once a week for a spin to the market. Look at that decor, all the trimmings.
More like all the frayings by the look of it.
Come on now, sweetie, do you want it or not?
Well, okay then.
Okay, we can't actually just grab it. I was actually experiencing post-cognition or precognition or something. I can't just take that one. Now, let's give her some sarcasm.
Stop it! Don't look at me like that.
I can't help it, my love. You're such a little sweetie.
Oh! Well, I'll catch you later then.
Now, there is one other item on Nanny's stall that I was thinking we need.
What's this then? Definitive Tome of Custard Compoundment? How much do you want for your love potion custard recipe book?
Sorry, love, I could never part with that. It's my precious, so it is.
Precious. Now we can distract her.
How's the cutest witch in town today?
Go on, you're pulling my leg, love, so you are.
How could you tell?
Then again, there's no harm in hoping. Ooh, give it.
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah, didn't quite get it. But thankfully we get to many chances to try.
How's the...
Go.
How could you...
Then
Get this,
give
get this, and... Did I get it? I did not get it.
How much do you want for your...
Sorry.
Okay. Third time in a row will be the charm.
How's the...
Go.
How could you...
Then give us.
Oh,
Okay, there. And custard book. Aha!
The Secrets of Forbidden Confectionery, Volume 3, Love Custard for Beginners. Hey, when you get the full set of these, you get a handsome ring binder too.
So we now have a magic book describing how to create magical custard. Now, what on earth can we possibly do with this? Well, we can watch the fishmonger get burned to a crisp. But what we're actually going to do is head back to Unseen University and make one more trip to the past. And we're going to pull the old switcheroo. Well, eventually we're going to pull the old switcheroo. I do have one thing I'd like to try first, because since we are messing around with the laws of causality, some of you, probably the Doctor Who fans out there, have probably asked one question of yourselves while this Let's Play has been going on. Since I'm journeying back to just before the book got stolen, why don't I just take the book in the first place and stop it from being stolen? Well, there is in fact a very good reason why we can't do that. And it is not just because that would be cheating, and because it would make the whole game one big waste of time, but because of something we're about to see. So we got the book here.
Rick...
So I take the book, and I go back into L-Space, and attempt to head back to where I was, having prevented the theft.
That's 2 no trumps, fish. Famine. Have you got, 9?
Well, I accuse Colonel Horseradish in the library with a lead pipe.
Are you sure we're all playing the same game here?
Damn. I've forgotten what I was going to say now. That little idiot over there's ruined my concentration. War, is he one of yours?
Him? No, that's one of Death's. You shouldn't let them run around loose like that, Death. They could breed, and then you'll never get rid of them. Want me to kill him for you? No point, really. Death? Have you got Mr. Bunn the baker? Not until his oven explodes next week. Oh, I see what you mean.
So yes, due to my having completely jacked with space and time, the pathway back to our proper place and time is now closed, and trying to walk through it takes us into the realm of death, where we get to see him and the rest of the 4 horsemen enjoying their game night. And we couldn't go back another time, with similar results. Meanwhile, the Dunny Man was getting exploded.
Look, there's that little human with the pencil hat again. War, I thought you were going to kill him.
No, Death wouldn't let me. Anyway, I thought he was destined to pop off his pointy shoes about 8 minutes ago.
Circumstances prevented it.
Circumstances? What circumstances?
It has something to do with butterflies flapping their wings. I don't quite understand it myself. But I do appear to have got 21, and some spare cards. Yes.
Blast! You've cleaned me out. Let's go kill some butterflies.
Right, so, the old switcheroo. Of course, the book is no longer there. So I check my inventory. And, well, I believe I may have just messed this up. Because trying to do it in my inventory, I did it where I didn't have space for the new book. And the thief's going to come in and be utterly confused as to why there is no book. Hopefully I did not just jinx the whole game here. Let me go take my custard book.
The secrets of forbidden confectionery.
Okay. Let's try this one more time.
Look, there's that little...
Okay, they don't have a third dialogue for this. Okay, so take this book here. We switch it, put it in luggage, switch it with that book there. And put it back. I don't think I put it back in time. Okay, maybe I did. Huh. I'm getting that sense of deja vu again. Or maybe that love and feeling.
Hail, brother door opener.
Doorkeeper!
Opener, keeper, what's it matter?
Well, I don't have to open it to just anybody who turns up. You could be a spy.
A spy?
Well, it's a possibility. You could be a very clever spy wearing a very effective disguise.
Open the blasted door.
What's the password?
All right. Lean closer. It's... spoons, swordfish. Right?
No.
What?
You didn't say Simon Says.
Open the door or I'll kill you.
Ah, the other password.
Hail, brothers!
Hail! Hail!
Hail!
Hail!
Yay, right! Hail!
Once again, we elucidated brethren of the sword are met. Once again,
Remember
we
that
shall
bit about the
weave
elucidated
the
brethren of
webs
the sword.
power.
That's going to be
For
important
we know
later.
now that it is our destiny to rule this city. Woo! Chucky, 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 chucky! Hail! Yes. Once I thought it was my destiny to build a papier-mâché dinosaur in my bedroom. And then I thought it was my destiny to win the men's overland saxophone championships. But now...
And to think,
I
he
know,
could have been going and
I
looking for the
know
Isle of
that it
the
is my destiny
beautiful
to
nymphomaniac
rule
Amazon women, like all the
and
other
more
people looking for
here.
a great destiny.
What about us then? A marine company
Well,
with
I think
these,
that's a great
my
destiny.
loyal comrades. A new age shall dawn, my friends. Hail! An age of power
Blah, blah, blah.
and majesty.
Hail! An age of freedom, without indoor plumbing and the job losses it entails.
Hail!
A world where a man can carry out his legitimate wealth redistribution business without worrying about quotas.
Hail!
Where cheap
Unlimited
replastering will
rice
be
pudding,
outlawed in favour of major structural
etc.
reinforcement.
Yay! A place where low mackerel sales will be a thing of the
Yeah,
past.
I'm going obscure
And
Doctor Who
compulsory
reference on that
smoke-free
one.
cleanliness will be rigorously enforced. Hail! Brother Brigwit, Brother Broom, bring the tome. Now, for the spell of power. Bring out the components of the potion, Brother Lightfinger.
Yes, Brother Chuckles.
Oh, the dark spirits of the universe. With this bowl, we do consecrate and so forth. Except now, these
Eggs.
eggs. and this measure of corn flour. Are you sure? As we consign the potion to the flames. Boil and burn, blaze and bubble.
Wait. It says here to simmer at low temperature for 15 minutes.
Good grief. What the hell's going on? What exactly are we making? Have I ever told you how attractive I find you? Oh, Chucky!
And before we see some disturbing images that we will never ever forget, we will fade to the Patrician's Palace, where we're able to slide just past the guards and claim our reward for slaying the dragon.
I
Well,
have
sort of.
triumphed. Goodness overcomes evil once again. The land is liberated. The serpent is gone. The dragon is dead. The dragon is dead. I killed him. Me. I shall humbly submit to whatever fabulous rewards you feel I deserve.
Dragon? Don't be ridiculous. Dragons don't exist.
What?
Quite so. And since no one believes in them, we can hardly reward you for disposing of one. Next!
Hey, here, wait a minute. I slew a dragon. A real, bona fide, verifiable dragon.
They don't exist.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
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 Yes, they do. Do, and do.
No, they don't.
They do. They exist if you believe in them.
Ah, but no one believes in them.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Look, I came here for an
Thank you so
argument.
Very, very much. They do.
No, they don't.
They do. Dragons, you know, huge, vile, evil, stenchful, slavering.
Ahem.
It's supposed to be a scream noise there from Chucky, but
Hello again.
Well, when I say believe, of course I meant had heard rumours, unsubstantiated.
Yes, well, now I'm back. There's a few matters to attend to.
Sorry about the slavering thing. A bit uncalled for, really.
Yes, I'll deal with you later.
You summoned it. You get rid of it.
Well, here we go again.
And that brings us to the end of Act 2, but we're not going to end this chapter just yet because there's a little bit that we can't avoid that comes right after the Act 3 curtain that will set up our next mission.
You're all guards, custodians of the law, gods help us. What do you think makes a hero?
Well, a true hero doesn't know he's a hero, does he? I mean, it's all relative.
How do you mean relative?
It's like maybe you ought to get a relative to fight the dragon.
Oh, that's clever. I wish I'd thought of that.
Ah, you've got to be at least a corporal to have tactical ideas like that.
Oh, good grief. Look, all I want to know is...
Have you got spare relatives, sir?
Well, I have an aunt.
There you are then. Case closed.
She's nearly 80.
Better than wasting a younger person then.
Yeah, 'cause the dragon will eat anyone.
Right.
Right.
Look, we're getting sidetracked. How can I tell if someone's a proper hero?
Well, a hero always knows what to do next.
Does she?
Who?
His aunt.
His aunt's gonna fight the dragon?
Let's hear it for a brave old lady.
Shut up about my aunt. My aunt's not fighting the dragon. I need a proper hero.
I need a hero.
You said your aunt was a hero. Didn't he say that? Corporal Nobbs, he said his aunt was a hero.
I heard him.
Oh, I'd be proud of her if I was him.
Look, let's not start that again. How do you actually recognise a hero?
They've got a birthmark. Means they're a king or wasn't it?
All heroes do. That's what makes them heroes. Has your aunt got one? Have you ever asked? How often do you write to her these days?
What do you brave soldiers know about dragon slaying? I mean, what kind of chance would someone like me have against a dragon?
Listen, mate, the odds of killing a dragon must be 1,000,000 to 1. You'd have to be a hero.
So what are the odds of someone like me finding everything a hero has to have?
What? Forget it, mate. The odds of you finding all that stuff would be...
1,000,000 to 1?
Yeah, that's it.
Now this is actually a bit of a nod to the Guards book, where the City Watch, charged with slaying the dragon when no hero comes forward, start trying to figure out that, well, it would take 1,000,000 to 1 chance for some ordinary schlub to be able to slay a dragon. And then arguing as to exactly what you have to have 1,000,000 to 1 chance. So we have a couple items here. We have a birthmark, a mask, and a magic spell. So having that, we can now ask Nobby what he thinks the odds are.
So tell me, what would be the odds of me slaying a dragon if I had a birthmark, and if I recited a magic spell, and if I was wearing a black mask?
Now that's an easy one. I reckon that would be 375,000 to 1.
Not quite high enough. Now, next time we're going to wander around the city and ask various people what qualities they think a true hero needs. And then we can come back here and consult with Nobby and hopefully reach our 1,000,000 to 1 number. First, I'm going to talk to Carrot, just see if he has anything to say this time.
So, you're, a
dwarf, sir, that's right. Don't let the height fool you.
I don't think we got any new comments.
Look, I haven't done anything. Will you stop trying to arrest me?
You haven't done anything?
No!
Nothing at all?
Absolutely not.
Right, that's vagrancy, that is. Under Article 7, subparagraphs 3 and 4, I must ask you to accompany me down to the watch house.
And then what?
Yeah, well, the book didn't quite go into punishment, only arrest.
So, is this the watch house?
Yes.
Right, well, then I'll accompany you there. Is that all right?
Yes, I suppose so.
Well, I've certainly been taught a lesson.
Alright, I think that will do it for this
Well,
time.
I'll just move along then, shall I? Fine.
And next time, we'll begin Act 3 in earnest and begin patrolling the city, looking for more things that we can take that aren't nailed down, some things we can take that are nailed down, the nails themselves, and look for more information on what makes a hero. I will see you all then.